Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to the afternoon session of the second day of the 2018 NASSCOM Product Conclave. The next session is the future of the cloud. And to tell us more, we have with us Dr. Derek Wang, Director of Solution Architects and Cloud Architect at Alibaba Cloud. At Alibaba, Derek is responsible for the technical solution design and delivery to ensure customer services in building the applications and services on the Alibaba Cloud Computing Platform. Dr. Derek, the stage is all yours.
Good afternoon. So thank you. So it's my pleasure, it's my honor to be here to give you an introduction about our insight about the future cloud. So my name is Derek Wang. I'm the lead cloud architect of Alibaba Cloud International team. So today I will share some of our best practice and experience on the cloud. So let me first introduce Alibaba Cloud history. So everyone know Alibaba, maybe most of you know Alibaba. So you know Jack Ma and the other 17 co-founders founded Alibaba Group in 1999. At that time, Alibaba is a B2B e-commerce platform at the very beginning. It's very small. It's in a very small apartment in Jack Ma's house. And then in 2003, so Jack Ma launched the C2C e-commerce. We call it Taobao. So it's very similar to eBay. It's a C2C e-commerce platform. And in 2004, so you know, for the C2C, the trust is very difficult because the buyer not trust the seller not trust the buyer, because if they pay the money to the seller, they will afford whether the seller will deliver the merchandise to them, and even for the seller, they found if they don't give us money, whether we should deliver the goods. So this is a very challenging. So Alibaba launched an AliPay, which is a third-party payment platform. So the buyer first deposit the money to AliPay, and then the seller can deliver the goods to the buyer, and the buyer confirmed, then the money will transfer to the seller. So by this way, Alibaba Group, Taobao, have our users increase very fast. So we have several hundred million users at that time. And then we launched some Tmall. Tmall is a B2C e-commerce platform because in China, so within the middle class people become more and more, they pay more attention to the quality, to the merchandise quality. So they pay a lot of money to the B2C business. So B2C grows in China very fast. So after 2004, and then in 2009, so we built up a very large scale business, such as the e-commerce payment, and we have very powerful infrastructure. So we thought whether we can sell the spare resource, the computing resource to the external users. So just like what Amazon did. So we launched the Alibaba Cloud, so which is a public cloud business unit. So gradually, we launched a lot of business units, such as Cainiao, which is a logistic company, and financial, and some other company. So this is a very simple introduction about Alibaba Group history. So this is our current business big picture. So you'll find that we have three major blocks for the business. One is in the digital media, such as Youku. Youku in China is the #1 media website. Some like YouTube for the global users. And we also have some Tudou, some UC Web. UC Web is very famous in India and Indonesia. And we also have some e-commerce from the Taobao and Tmall and AliPay and AliExpress, which is a cross-border e-commerce website. And we also have some other local service we call O2O, online to offline, the fast food delivery. So you can place order online, and then the food will be delivered to your office, to your home very fast. And then, so these are all our business ecosystem. And so Alibaba Cloud taking the foundation job role. So we support all the business units. So support AliPay, support Taobao, support Tmall, support other business units. So right now in China, we have over 500 million users for whole Alibaba group, for the e-commerce, for the financial business, for some map service, for some UC in China. And we have some strategy. For Alibaba group, we have three strategies. One is the rural Taobao. So we do the e-commerce in the village, in the rural, in the third line and fourth line cities. Second is the globalization. We expand our business outside China. And the third is the big data and the cloud computing. So we have 5 global buy, global sell, global pay, global deliver, global fund. So, so for every global, we have some business, and they do the international business. For Alibaba Group, we support not only in China, but also in the global market. So we support over 500 million consumers, and we with over 11 million merchants, and we support for the Singles Day, November 11th, only Singles Day. We call it Singles Day because they are 4-1, so just like single one. And in this single day, we do some promotion, and all the GMV, gross merchandise value, reached to 25.3 billion US dollar, surpassed the sum of the Black Friday and the Cyber Monday in US. It's a very huge number. So all this supported by Alibaba Group, Alibaba Cloud. And these are some positions. Alibaba Cloud has already taken them for free position in the world in terms of the public cloud, just behind AWS and Microsoft Azure, a little bit surpass Google Cloud. And in China, we are number 1. We take almost half of the market share in China. And this is our global infrastructure. So right now, we have already launched 6 regions in China: Beijing, Shanghai, Shenzhen, Qingdao, Hangzhou, Zhangjiakou. And for the global market, we launched in Singapore, Malaysia, Indonesia, India, Dubai, Germany, and the US, US West, US East, Australia, Japan. And very soon, maybe just in 1 week, we are officially launch our new data center in UK, in London. You know, Brexit. So we usually use it to use Germany data center to cover all the Europe. Right now, for UK, for the data privacy requirements, we use UK London data center to cover UK business. So the security is the most important factor for the public cloud consumption. So we really pay attention to the security compliance. We get a lot of security certificates in different industry, in different country. So for example, for Europe, they have GDPR certificate requirements. We pass in the GDPR, and we also pass in the C5. C5 issued by Germany government. This is a very strict data privacy regulation. And then we also get a certificate of C5. And for Singapore, they have MTCS. We passed the Singapore's government's security certificate. And we also passed a lot of other certificates in ISO and SOC and some others. And these are our very differentiators. So right now we have public cloud. We launched a lot of data center in a lot of countries I just mentioned. And we also provide private cloud. We call it Apsara Stack. Apsara Stack, you can imagine as a mini Ali Cloud in your data center. So we can customize, we can cut and tailor some products such as big data, AI, and some high-performance computing resource and deploy in your data center, so that we can build up on the hybrid cloud. You can use the public cloud, use open API, and you can use to get some elasticity and some scalability, and you can also get a very secure and a very powerful performance in your data center by the private cloud. So this is our unique value compared to other providers. And this is our portfolio. we call the ACIDS. A means AI, so we expose a lot of AI products because for Alibaba Group, for the Taobao and the Tmall, for AliPay, we accumulate a lot of cutting-edge technology, advanced technology, and we would like to let external users can have the same powerful capability as AliPay, as Tmall, as Taobao. So for example, for AliPay, we can use the mobile apps using the facial recognition. You don't need to just use the password. The username, password, you can use the facial recognition to log in AliPay. And we also put the facial recognition product online for the public cloud. And we provide some image search for Taobao. So which means that if you find some merchandise, some goods, very good, offline, and then you can take a photo and use Taobao's apps, take a photo, and you can search online, such as the very similar results. So these are all based on AI technology. And we also have some cloud. C means cloud. We have the computing. We can support the Docker. We can support the high-performance computing. We can support a lot of database and some storage, NAS, and object storage, something like this. So these are cloud, and we can support. I means IoT. Right now we are in China. We think in the world, in the future, just in several years, there would be over 50 billion devices will be connected to the IoT network. So imagine, right now in China, we have 1.3 population in China, and we have 1.9 mobile devices in China. So which means that the average, so more than one devices. So, but if you imagine the IoT devices will be much more than the mobile phones and laptop and some other devices. So we are launch our IoT initiative. So we would like to become the #1 IoT cloud technology provider. So we collaborate with Vodafone, Bosch in Germany, and we collaborate with Siemens, some other company, and even in Japan market. And I think in India market, in the future, all the devices will be connected to the IoT network, to the internet very soon, very soon. So even for your appliance in your home, some freezer, some TV, and some air condition, and something like this. So we have a lot of IoT product. And the D for means data intelligence. So for Alibaba Group, we think we are not an e-commerce company. We are not a financial company. We are a data company. Because in the future, all the company will be driven by data. All the company will be driven by data. So we always say the digital transformation. What is the digital transformation? So usually we use IT. We use IT to digitalize all the process, all the business. But it's not enough. But in the future, we would like to do the business based on the big data. So you look at AliPay, we do the mini loan, very small loan. Even in China, if you go to the bank, you can only loan over 1 million Chinese yuan. If you loan only 1,000 or 10,000, you will be rejected because the cost is very high if they deal with your very small loan. But for AliPay, we use a machine to process all the data, to calculate the credit for every person. So if they submit some minimum, even 10 yuan, $10, so it will be processed by data. The cost is very cheap. So we all based on the data, his history, historic behavior, his buying behavior, his payment behavior, something like this. So these are all driven by data. So we have some data lake, we have some data warehouse, technology and database, and some data media and platform. And S means security. So we have a lot of security technology. So right now, on the internet, there are a lot of hackers. Every day, there are a lot of hackers who would like to crack Taobao and AliPay because we have so many users, we have so many data, tons of data. Everyone would like to get the data. But we build up an experts team for the security. We defend all the hackers. In China, over 30% of the website are running on Alibaba Cloud. So this is #1 cloud provider. So imagine over 30% of websites are running on Alibaba Cloud. We provide a security solution to the website. And every day we defend a lot of DDoS attacking. And these are some portfolio. So far we have over 180 products. And we launched a lot of new products and new features. So these are our research demo. We invest over 15 billion US dollar in 3 years. We are doing a lot of research on a very fundamental technology, such as quantum computing, such as AI, and such as unmanned driving technology, something like this. Okay, so right now, what is our insight on the future cloud? We think on the future is in the digital transformation. Every industry, every enterprise will be empowered by cloud, by data, by AI. So we think, how can we empower all the enterprises, even for very small startup company and the developers? You need to think about how can you empower the future business based on data, based on AI. So this is our thought. So we can share. So for Alibaba Group, we call it 5 new. What is 5 new? New retail, new finance, new manufacturing, new energy, and a new technology. What is new retail? So we have retail online, offline, but the new retail is totally combined online and offline. I can show some to you. So, sorry, there is no voice, maybe? Is there any voice?
Opting for the box on their doorstep, which is putting a squeeze on traditional brick-and-mortar retail. But when online shopping can't quite deliver, you need to go to the store. The experience can be frustrating and disappointing. Online or offline, these cannot be the only options. Well, in China, a new form of retail is taking shape that's combining the best of both online and offline retail. Alibaba, the company best known for its online marketplace, is leading the way. For them, the future isn't total domination of e-commerce. Rather, it's the complete digitization of all commerce that could be the key to saving traditional retail. The company simply refers to this as new retail.
So new retail is in the online and offline, omni-channel. So in the future, the user has more choice. They can browse your merchandise online and compare some merchandise, but they would like to go offline to experience your merchandise, because such as clothes and shoes, they cannot just see in a picture online and then make a decision. They usually will go offline to experience, and then maybe they place an order online. So they will jump from different channel. How can you know this customer behavior? When they come to your shop, you know they have already browsed a lot of similar merchandise. So you must be data-driven. How can you collect all the data together and they make some customer insight and do some analysis based on the customer preference and based on their history behavior and make some decision and promotion. So this is very different from the traditional way. So for us, we can provide some data middle office and business office and combine all the data together and make the data-driven. So if you look at the traditional business, there's some ERP, CRM, and SCM. All these are process-driven, step by step. But in the future, there are no process-driven, they are data-driven. All the decision, all the steps are triggered by some data. What the user are doing, then what should you do based on the scenario? So this is very important in the future. So for us, we have some ET brand. ET brand is an AI application in different vertical industry. So we have a city brand, we have finance brand, we have agriculture brand. For the city brand, it can optimize all the city's traffic. So you see in Bangalore, the traffic status is some terrible, especially in rush hours. They have a lot of congestion. So that's China. So in a lot of cities in China, so we have very terrible traffic status. There are a lot of crowded cars and congested especially in rush hour. And we're using the camera to identify all the intersections, the cars, waiting queues length. And we can adjust the traffic light based on the traffic status so that we can optimize all the traffic. So by this way, but you need to use some AI technology, you can use camera to identify the cars, identify the speed of the cars moving. So by this way, we reduced a lot of traffic congestion status. We increased the speed of the Hangzhou city's traffic speed for over 50%, and we reduced some Kuala Lumpur, Suzhou traffic status. So this is in the future, using the AI, using the data to make a decision. But the traditional way, you always say smart city. I think smart city is a traditional way. It's driven by IT. But in the future, the brand, the ET brand, driven by data. All the decisions made by data. How can you process data, such as in the video, picture, and some other data? How can you process based on machine learning, based on some AI and big data technology? So this is very important. So this is our Alibaba group. So we have a lot of industry knowledge in different industry, in the e-commerce, in the retail, in the manufacturing, in the logistics, in the payment, in the financial. So we would like to share this knowledge in the future with all the customer and the partners. So all this driven by data, AI technology. We would like to share this technology with all the others. So these are some ecosystem. So we have a lot of partners. So even for Alibaba, we are paying attention to a lot of startup company and the developers. So in a lot of countries, in China, Japan, US, Europe, Germany, UK, France, and even in India, we are build a lot of entrepreneur and developers contest, and we will invest a lot of money. So in the future, so all the information will be launched. So these are some history. So in different countries, in Hong Kong, in Japan, in Korea, in US, in Dubai. So we will invest a lot of resource. We teach them how to use AI and big data and how to use cloud to make some innovation. So this is our future insight. So thank you. Thank you.